So we've reached the end of the first day of the 2019 Punchestown Festival, and joining me to discuss the day's action is Richard Forristal, who is the Irish editor of the Racing Post. And Richard, I suppose it was a case of familiar results, really. We had winners for Willie Mullins, Enda Bolger, the Banks King, had the 1-2 in the Ladies' Cup, and Gordon Elliott and Jamie Codd teamed up to win another bumper.
Yeah, great day. Got off to a wet enough start, unfortunately. We were hoping that the weather would have cleared away. It was forecast, but it lingered around and it got progressively worse at times during the day, which was a bit annoying. But look, the results, the racing on the track was excellent. As you say, a lot of familiar storylines. But this place is like Cheltenham, it never fails to throw up good racing and good storylines throughout the week. The highlight being, of course, Untitled in the Boyle Sports Champion Chase. What a horse and what a performance from him.
That's it. You stole my thunder. I was very much going to come on to him, but as an 11-year-old, like you say, he always just runs a great race. And I have to say, I was probably in the min camp coming into that race because he was so impressive at Aintree. But Untitled, when he gets his way in front, he's such a hard horse to pass, isn't he?
Yeah, look, what a constitution that horse has. He's 11 years of age and always does it the hard way. He went out today and I had to laugh halfway around when Min tried to take off at the same time as him at one of the fences down the back, and he nearly went arse over tea, for want of a better expression. Untitled nearly buried him because he tried to go with him. Now you have to give Min a bit of leeway. He's been to Aintree. Obviously he won well there, but it always takes a bit out of him. He's been to Cheltenham as well, of course. But the ground probably came just in time for Untitled, and he went out. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and they all came to him, throughout the race at just different stages, and they couldn't deal with him. He's an incredible horse, 11 years of age, and when you listen to Willie talk about the horse in the morning, Virginia Basco rides him, and apparently he's the same every day of the week. And also he came into the winners' enclosure here, and he was pawing the ground. I mean, he has such an appetite for racing, and such an enthusiasm for it. He's a great advertisement for the sport as much as anything else. 11 years old, still doing it. I think he's won 10 Grade 1 chases now. A remarkable horse.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just what racing needs, isn't it? And that's why I think so many people love the jumps, because the horse is coming back year on year. Talking of great performances, though, Delta Work. He was a bit of a talking horse before Cheltenham. Perhaps didn't get the run of the race in the RSA, but the way he won today, the form of that race is now looking very good. Yeah.
I suppose after Aintree went top of the game, didn't go and follow it up. We were just wondering, was it all that we thought it might have been? He made a few mistakes at Cheltenham, and hindsight is the fine thing. You look back on it and the way Davy rode him today and so on, you wonder maybe would Davy have pressed on a bit earlier and tried to take the race to them at Cheltenham, but that's hindsight for you. He's an extremely good horse. He was kind of my idea, the banker today. I didn't back him, I must admit it, in the end, but he's a proper staying chaser, and you would be very surprised if he didn't develop into a Gold Cup candidate next year. Everything today was so fluent about the way he went about it. A Plutard ran well in defeat. Get a Bird, probably didn't stay. It was a solid race, but his performance was exceptional.
That's it. It was an exceptional performance, and as you say, a live Gold Cup hope for next year. Talking of Gold Cup hopes, of course, tomorrow the big one, the Gold Cup. Who do you fancy for that?
Look, it's very hard. Although Delta Works race went to plan today, you look at the 2-miler, that seems to go in the way it's not expected to every year. Came through today when Min was expected it. You look at tomorrow's race, you expect Alboon Photo to go and follow up what he did at Cheltenham, but you just don't know. Kenboy was excellent at Aintree. The course probably suited him especially well that day, and he had done it previously at Leopardstown as well. To be honest, at the prices, the one that interests me is BELLSHILL. He has a flawless record here. He's 3 from 3 in Grade 1s, which is, that tells its own tale. Ruby chose him in the Gold Cup. Cheltenham just not his place, it seems. So I wouldn't pay too much attention to the fact that he didn't perform there. He is a very good horse on his day, and with the ground probably on the slow side now tomorrow as well, at the prices I'd probably be interested in BELLSHILL.
Excellent. Well, one thing's for sure, we've got a lot to look forward to.